times. And let's...
Guys,
he is tremendous size and skill to match GA. Thanks. Well, we have two loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent. But in this day and age, well, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
A lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Charges the 4 with Embiid in the middle. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. They get it back. Simmons passes to Covington. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Covington's got his team on the board to start the game for the 76ers. Collison against Simmons. Turner with a screen on Simmons. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Turner with the screen. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Young, and he drops it in from the low post.
It's going to take a lot more than that to keep Young from converting that play.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Embiid the screen. Simmons dishes to Covington. Back to Redick. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Covington, and he lays it straight in.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly, the good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lobbed up there for Embiid, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Charge passes to Embiid. The layup missed. Pacers trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Third is Miles Turner. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the 76ers. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Young kicks to Turner. Back to Young. The putback, and Turner stays with it.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
It's Covington on the wing. They push it up 4 on 3. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Outside Turner. Covington against Oladipo. Back to Turner. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
And Embiid throws it down.
When he's close to the rim, the attitude that Embiid brings is, I'm dunking this thing.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Here's Bogdanovich. Second shot opportunity. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shot clock at 4. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 4. Covington passes to Saric. He kicks it to Embiid. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Embiid's got 6. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana moving it around. And Turner throws it down.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Young. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. Fultz the pass to Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Here's Leaf, guarded by Simmons. Leaf kicks to Joseph. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, capable from the interior. When Joseph has the space needed to get a shot off, he uses it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith sets the pick for Simmons. And they pick up 2. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Down low, here's Joseph. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
The 3 from Joseph. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Joseph at point, and he teams up with Evans in the backcourt. Leaf is out there with Domantas Sabonis, and it's McDermott in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, I like watching Fultz work the pick and roll, and when you give him space to pass, he makes you pay.
In the corner, it's McDermott. Now, here's Joseph, guarded by Fultz. Joseph against Smith. Pass to Sabonis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Simmons. On the inbound, Sabonis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. Let's go into the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season.
About time. These guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for real. And they're focused on trying to get off to a great start.
Fultz with a screen for Smith. Back to Fultz. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's McDermott. He's tightly guarded. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Tyreke Evans. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the line.
Well, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumpers, will travel. I'm telling you, most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Puts it up from 12. Sabonis with the steal. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Tyreke Evans.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wimp.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreke Evans can play a few different spots for you. He's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Sabonis. Young comes in for Leaf. Bogdanovich is checked in for McDermott. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. Pacers trail by 6. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Indiana.
And even when the deep three has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
At the elbow, it's Turner. Embiid with the steal. Goes up. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And, you know, when you watch Embiid, he just oozes with limitless potential. You think about his size and his shooting touch. He can do just about anything he wants to. Tremendous athleticism. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a dominant player in this league for years to come.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Turner. Sabonis comes in for Young. Oladipo, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Smith against Oladipo. Passes to O'Quinn. Back to Oladipo. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
And Embiid already voted in as an all-star starter for the East. In his second full season, he has hit the ground running.
Yeah, and you talk about him creeping towards 25 and 11 averages at his age. That's just otherworldly. I mean, when he hits his prime, again, contingent upon his health, this guy's going to be an absolute load.
Fultz the pass to Simmons. Pass to Smith. And O'Quinn sends it back. The pass to Sabonis. Out left to the wing. Shoots from the corner. The shot off that time. The 76ers leading by 12. Here's Simmons. Got a hand on it. They get it back. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Oladipo outside. Down low. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
And the basket is good.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin.
Welcome back, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the famous Chase Tower stands tall above the city. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he swatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination. Strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's 5. Covington at the 3 and Saric at the 4. T.J. McConnell is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Saric. He's looking for Embiid and finds him, and he comes up with the deuce. Embiid's got 15.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest matchups in the game without question. Embiid is excellent at staying aggressive when he's hot.
It's Turner, high post. Oladipo against Covington. Off the pick and finished off by Oladipo.
Can't afford to give Oladipo any lanes to the rim. Once he has one, might as well clear out the way. You know, guys, you think about the 76ers, and anytime you hear people talk about the best young core in the league, the Sixers are mentioned. Embiid and Simmons work well together and can continue to grow together. And when they are healthy, the 76ers are a very dangerous team.
The feed to Turner. He can't hit that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Deflects the pass. Here's Oladipo. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And with Embiid and Simmons, they are just the start of this great young core.
And I think you can add to that group, Kevin, Fultz and Saric as well. I mean, I think the Sixers did a really nice job collecting and accumulating talent, and it's paid off handsomely. I think they'll be a force for a long time with this group of youngsters, not only if they stay together, but typically when you have that kind of asset base, you can actually make moves that enhance your team as well.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Oladipo with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so here is Indiana. Pacers trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Ball's knocked loose. McConnell passes to Saric. Darren Collison pulls it in. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Oladipo, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. TJ Leaf comes in for Young. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. Joseph, back to McDermott. To the inside. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Sabonis.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Simmons.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Sabonis, no good. The 76ers leading by 10. Here's Fultz. It's deflected, and he gets it back. He dishes it to Muscala, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Joseph dishes to Evans. McDermott for 3. The shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Here's Leaf. Pass to Sabonis. Makes it off the glass. Sabonis has got 9.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
And Nate McMillan, a coach with multiple stops in his career, had good success last season with the Pacers.
And, you know, to some that was a surprise, but McMillan does a lot of things well as a coach. He communicates well. He demands accountability. And his teams typically play a smart brand of basketball. And actually, it's a reflection of how Nate was as a player.
And here's Evans. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And the lead is down inside single digits. 12 points for him.
Boy, Sabonis looking really comfortable shooting off the pass. If you're not right up on him, he'll burn you.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
And, you know, Fultz has great control on these floaters. Not an easy shot, but he makes it look easy.
Back to Holiday. The three. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Feeds it to Muscala. 23 seconds left in the third. Johnson again, Philadelphia.
Nice hands that time by Johnson, able to gather and go up with no problems at all inside.
Now here is Holiday, guarded by Fultz. Back to Holiday. With 4 seconds on the clock, kicks it out to Evans. And Indiana, another three.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Leaf is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Tyreke Evans. Then it's McDermott. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. That's the Pacers 5. Here's Leaf. Hope they get it back. Evans kicks to McDermott. Moves back up. Here's Sabonis. Passes it to Leaf. Good on the triple. Leaf's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pacers.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Evans kicks to Leaf. Sabonis, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Muscala's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Out to the right wing. To the paint. It's stolen by Muscala. And now Philadelphia on the break. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Holiday up top, guarded by Fultz. Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Sharge comes in for Fultz. Robert Covington's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Smith. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well we got the point across.
5 to shoot. Here's Oladipo, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Oladipo's mid-range game continues to look better. He's a consistent threat from this area.
And it's Simmons penetrating, and Simmons slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there. You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
To the middle, here's Oladipo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And it's 6 points for Victor Oladipo. And Embiid the screen. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Redick for three. Another miss by Philadelphia. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately. Evolving as a leader right before our eyes. It's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Basket good. Simmons got 23 points.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
2 minutes. Pass to Brewer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Covington. And it's a 7-point 76ers lead. Now here's Brewer. He's guarded closely. And stolen by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, the 76ers. Sabonis' screen on Covington. Oladipo for three.
Boy, I tell you, the long reach of Covington, really bothering shooters. I mean, he enjoys making life difficult for whoever he's assigned to.
Outside, Simmons. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Simmons got 27 points.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the 76ers.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ben Simmons.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And it's good, 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 13. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.